Today, I want to talk to you guys about a little of our facility, 3 components, operations, organizations, tools, and accessories when you're going to be running Turo within a facility. Hi, my name is Cody Vetter. I am the operations manager here at Boss Mobile, working under Park My Share. So talking a little bit about the history of where we're at, the trailer that we're standing in. This is generation 1 of how we got started. Prior, this was an old coffee shop that we purchased, and we refitted it or retrofitted it to hold all of our tools, where we were doing all of our washing out of, have our generators running. It was phase 1. So moving on though, we ended up getting a little bit bigger and we needed more organizational space. We figured out things along the way, weather conditions, things that we needed to work against to make sure that we were operating smoothly. So let's look at a little bit of the tools and then go from there. Organization is a big factor in this game. You need to know where all your stuff is so you're not cutting time by looking for an item over there and then you have a screwdriver over there, or whatever have you. So keeping all your tools in one place and organizing them by what they are is super helpful. So we bagged up a lot of our items. So kits that we utilize, not on a daily basis, but maybe more on a weekly basis. If you're doing windshield chip repair, or if you're doing tire kit plug repair, stuff that you want on hand and you know where to get it quickly. We have some leftover stuff that we throw in here if too many cars come back and we have too much stuff to do. But yeah, I mean, you've got coolers, our generators are behind the door over here that we utilize. I'd use this as an office. So it's nice if customers ever walk up and we need just a little bit more of a business formality with them. It kind of looks a little bit better. Let's move on to a little bit more of the main section, the operation side of it. So as we expanded, we ended up picking up another little shack and then turned it into kind of the daily operation. So if you're not utilizing those tools all the time, but you're utilizing this stuff all the time, it's kind of good to have that. So you've got some car seats set up. That's something that goes out quite a bit and it's great to have. And then you have small accessories. So windshield wipers, you know, we live here in Colorado. You've got rain, hail, snow, all in one day, as typical Colorado is. So your windshield wipers get kind of used and beat up. It's good to have a little stockpile of those and to switch them out as a vehicle comes back, especially if it's going out in 3 hours. You don't have enough time to run to the store or do anything else. Smokers. Unfortunately, it happens to all of us. We have smokers in the car. So you have kits and systems to help clean that out quickly. Again, good to have it all in one place. That also lets you know when you're running low. Some cold weather equipment, windshield chip repair, anything to do with lock boxes, keys, RFID tag blockers, snacks. You got to have your snacks throughout the day. Running into kind of more the guts of the system. So you've got your water tank. It's something that we fight with in Colorado pretty heavily. It's the cold. Anything below, I think we put it at like 23 degrees. I might be a little off there. Even the car wash is shut down. So you need to be able to fight against those elements. Some things that we utilize are like tank heaters. These just plug in, you drop them into your tank, and it'll keep your water from being frozen throughout the year. It's also really good to have it in an enclosed facility because your water might be unfrozen, but then your spigots will freeze. So having an enclosed system with a heater on the ground, heating the water, heating your spigots, that's going to keep that system flowing at all times. The other thing that we noticed, a lot of the time guys are filling up water, but they can't run their system while they're filling up. If you take a little time, hook up your tank to a pump, the pump runs under, goes into the tank, and then runs to your water outsource system. This will keep you flowing at all times. The name of the game is eliminate the downtime. Not only just eliminate the downtime, but make your life easier within steps. This is also where we store extra rags, buckets. You can kind of see the secondary side of the system over here. Clean rags, dirty rags, all your waterless wash type bottles and everything to get those cars off and get the grime going. Set up your outside a little, give yourself reminders, keep your keys. So if a vehicle pulls up and you have to pop that key out, you put it in one place. We've all done it. You put that key in your pocket and then you run around doing something else. You tell one of your other guys, hey, move that vehicle over there. And now they're looking for the key, you're looking for the key, and it's in your pocket. So give yourself easy placement. Again, systems in place here. So talking about the process of a vehicle, because time is money. So you want to be efficient when you get in and you're cleaning out a vehicle. We've cleaned the outside, but we want to make sure our maintenance good. That way the car doesn't break down for the customer. You're not forgetting the little things like windshield wiper fluid, so on and so forth. So how we start out, now that it's clean, we utilize some of our tools. This is just a scope with a little light on it that you can poke down into the side of the vehicle and take a look at your brakes. This will let you know, hey, I've got 2 more trips until I need to get brake pads put on this thing. We'll track that digitally as well, but this is to put hands on. Something happens on one of the trips, one of the brake pads falls off, you don't know, and it happens. A little bit in the maintenance. So topping off your windshield wiper fluid is really good. Looking at your power steering or any of that to make sure those levels are correct. You could pop this open the next trip and notice that this thing is completely drained. Now you know you have a problem and you got to get it into maintenance. You don't have to take the engine apart or anything, but checking the oil, checking your fluids, checking your brake pads, checking your tire depth and wear will let you know, hey, I need an alignment or I need new tires, so on and so forth. And then we get into the interior of the vehicle. So we'll take our shop vac and we'll always start from the passenger side and work our way around. So you'll get in there, you'll vacuum everything. Go through the doors, the jams, move the seat forward, get under the seat, move the seat back, get under the seat again. That's really gonna clean up the vehicle. The next step after that is to use a spray, whether you want to put a scent in it or you want unscented. Disinfecting is really the main course here. Go through the entire vehicle, start again at the passenger side and work your way around. You won't forget anything if you do that. If you do the same process again and again, you're going to get smoother and faster with it. Once you've vacuumed it and you've done the inside, then you just go through for any accessories. Pull the chairs up in the back. It's a 7-seater. If they decide they don't need any luggage and they're just packing people in, just preset it up for them that way. Turn off 4-wheel drive and let them turn on 4-wheel drive. Put all the knobs and everything back in order. Once you've done that process, your vehicle's ready to go. Pull it out, park it, get her checked in. So a little bit more that we can talk about is the placement of where you are and possibly vendors to make your operations a little bit smoother. So we are located at Park DIA right outside Denver Airport, and Park My Share is hosting us in this facility to be able to give us a good place where we can grow and work with customers really easily directly from the airport. We've located ourselves working with Park My Share to put us in the corner of a covered space and building. This helps us substantially fight the sun, because if you're outside 5 days a week or 7 days a week and you're not applying sunscreen, you're going to go home looking like a lobster. I mean, it's just the way it is. Most of our vehicles are parked actually outside, but on a really snowy day, we're going to get those vehicles ready in here and then we're going to park them inside, so it's a smoother operations for the customer and they're not standing outside the car trying to get into it, just getting blasted with snow. Those are things you should think about when you're at any facility. Work with the facility, work with Park My Share. Try to think about all those things to get a good trailer, a good storage facility, good location, and you're gonna have to brave it a little bit. We've all been out here working in -5-degree weather, trying to wash cars. It's not the funnest day, but if you give yourself the little things like a microwave, you'll make it through the day and you're gonna be pumping customers, and that's what we're looking for. So it was nice talking with y'all, and good luck.